You and Smee look a lot alike, Ann.
What?
You do. People look like their dogs. Andy holds up his dog next to Smee, and they make the same face. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are just as cute.
I know.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's adorable. He's gorgeous.
He's very,
God.
very
Pop,
soft.
You know what I like?
Pop used to call him George Clooney.
Pop used to call him George Clooney.
Yeah, good
That's
old
so
George
funny.
Clooney.
There he is, George Clooney. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the Broly Love Podcast. Pod to pod. What's
and
up?
We have a very special episode and
Why do we have a very
even
special
more
episode?
special guest today. Welcome, Smee Lawrence. Hey, Smee.
So
How you doing, buddy?
let me just say that
Hey, Smee.
I've always had pups. I always had dogs growing up.
Climactic.
I was attacked by a dog when I was young, and then to get over that, my family, we always had dogs, and I love dogs very much. And
Wait,
Get
over that, I had a dog before you were ever attacked by a dog.
Yeah, no, I know.
What are you talking about? I wanted dogs.
Let Andy finish.
Okay, sorry.
And then we can talk about how
Andy
you were.
was attacked by a dog viciously.
He was.
This is actually a crazy story.
Have you ever told this story, Andy?
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay.
No.
You guys really need to remember.
We've done too many episodes.
I'm losing my memory.
You guys can't
apparently.
remember.
I only got so many stories.
Long story
Okay.
short is, I was without a dog for a little while, and then one Christmas Eve, I opened up the front door
Santa had brought
and
a baby.
I saw a baby Smee,
A baby.
and it forever changed my life.
This
and
guy.
since then, Smee and I have
All right,
been
stop talking, Ann. This is Shmee's interview.
inseparable. So we love each other, and we've been all over the world.
Smee, can I ask you a question? Do you like it when Andy kisses you like that? Do you?
Shmee, do you like the food that Andy makes you?
Oh yes, Dad.
Andy makes her. I mean, makes him.
Oh, he
gourmet
makes him the
food,
best
right?
food
yeah,
ever.
I know. I come in, he's got salmon and fresh roasted vegetables. I'm like, yeah, buddy, can I believe? He's like, sorry, this is for Shmee.
I
I'm
know.
like, you're insane.
He makes pretty delicious stuff.
And this is how he talks to him too. He goes, "Oh, Mr. Shmee."
I know.
Baby Smee.
You know, and you know what you've never done though? You've never dressed up as Captain Hook, and you've never dressed him up as
I
Mr. Shmee and
know.
gone out on Halloween.
Why not?
Maybe this year.
Now Johnny Depp again.
No.
Maybe this year.
No.
He actually just did Hook.
I know. I know. Ah.
Smee.
You blithering idiot. That's Captain Hook.
He's so soft.
Smee, did you go for a walk
He's
today?
so beautiful.
He
Yeah,
is
Matt,
beautiful.
you were with us.
Do you
remember?
like your walks?
Yeah,
Do you
Matt.
pee on everything?
Yes, he doesn't go on
And he's
walks.
very stubborn.
He goes on sniffs.
He goes on sniffs.
They're 25, 30-minute sniffs.
and it's
Nice.
literally you go half a block.
He likes to sniff every blade of grass.
Yep.
Make sure he gets all the letters and notes that
You
other
know,
animals leave.
What do you
And
think
sometimes
it is?
his lips quiver like this,
Oh,
and he
gosh.
froths up.
Ew.
Oh, gosh.
I saw you do
remember?
that once.
Shmee and I went to
I saw you do that once, Matt.
Really? And the cutest thing is recently, when he gets back
Matt's
from the walk,
frothing.
he's got all these snot bubbles that come down on his lips, and then
Wow.
he'll sit there like this, and he'll lick the snot.
He does that. He goes,
Yeah, he does.
it's slow, like these boogies are so good.
Yeah, ugh.
You have something to say about that,
I
Shmee?
love animals, but that just got me.
That's
Something to
disgusting.
say about that?
That just got me. They got me, son. Remember that? Wait, what's that from?
The Crusade.
What?
They got us, son.
Yeah.
They shot at the plane of the tail out.
Yeah. And the Last Crusade. That's right. Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. That's right. Sean
great
Connery
moment.
is Harrison Ford's
Son!
dad.
They've got us.
But he's the one that shot the
Yes.
plane. Right. That's right. He shot his own
He's
plane.
tracking the plane, and he just takes out the tail.
That's so brilliant. That's right. They've got us, son. They hit us. You know, it's amazing. The dog thing, like, dogs are, I mean, they've been man's best friend and all these things, but it's really incredible how we've just bonded with dogs, right? Like, truly.
Do you know that science has proven that you live 5 to 10 years longer by having a dog?
Really?
Yep. You can decrease your stress levels. Children who are raised,
what
this is
about-
amazing. Children
Okay.
who are raised in a house with dogs
Yeah.
have a much stronger immune system than children who don't.
That I know. Let me ask you, how do they, excuse me for yawning, it's not that I'm
God.
bored or anything, but how do they quantify, this, like, you've had a dog? You're going to live 5 years longer. 5 years longer. How
Well,
do they
because
do that?
they've done some very long spanning studies with a group of people who have the same sort of, all different walks of life have the same sort of lifestyle with and without a dog. And the people without a dog always live a less in their length of life and also quality of life because they're a major stress reliever.
Are they?
Major.
Though? What about when you come in the middle of the night? Because we've all had
And
dogs.
they've shit all over the place.
And they've shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
your fault for leaving them out.
No. And you're going,
No,
oh
actually,
my God. When you're up all night and you get no sleep. And it happens over and over again. Or they're sick. They vomit everywhere. I know
That does
Shmee's
happen.
vomited several times in Andy's bed. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how does that reduce stress when you wake up to dog?
Maybe
vomit?
not for
time
you,
out,
Joe.
Time out.
But for most other people,
You're a
on
stress
the
reducer
planet.
at that point. You're like,
Time out.
it's a little vomit.
Okay,
No,
time
but
out.
they
Little vomit.
hook people up to brain sensors,
Yeah.
and they also bring dogs into hospitals and
That
things.
I totally
When
get.
you pet an animal, and an
Yes.
animal shows you that
Horses do that
unconditional
too.
love. Yeah, it does trigger the part of your brain.
Okay.
It's the same thing of getting a hug or being loved.
Time
It's
out.
the same sensation.
So actually, my mom told me this, and this is a good thing. Whenever a dog does something like that, has an accident, something that's out of its control, you take the hit for him because you got to think about all the time, all the minutes, every day, how much joy and love that dog brings you. So you got to. Why are you laughing at me, man? So you got to take the hit.
Look, Joe is literally falling asleep.
So you got to take the hit for the dog. Let me tell a
He's
Smee
literally
story.
sleeping
No,
over
Matt, you know
there.
what happened? I just got stuffy.
You guys are
I think I'm
ridiculous.
allergic to the dog. I literally just got all stuffy. Like, I just can't breathe all of a
Guys,
sudden.
Let me tell a great
Oh, my eyes are
story.
welling
what's
up.
really weird,
I'm
man?
telling a story real quick.
Let him finish his story,
When
then tell me
baby
what's weird.
Like, this is one of the things that Smee did that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's okay though, Smee.
Lip.
He
Lip.
he was a little puppy. He got sick and he diarrheaed all over the floor, and then he ate all of the diarrhea.
Oh, God.
And I get home and I
story.
pick him up and I bring him to bed after I clean him up and I hold him like a little baby.
God bless him.
And he goes, "What's wrong with me?" And he goes,
diarrhea.
"Bleh." And he literally,
Come on, bro.
I'm not kidding,
Yes.
dude.
Come on.
Projectile
Yes.
vomits,
Come on.
diarrhea.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
poop. I was like, oh,
Oh.
oh. There's an ant on your mic.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
my
see it.
gosh. Oh,
Um,
my gosh.
I hate killing animals, but that ant there.
Have you ever noticed when you kill an ant that it lets off its pheromones and has this crazy smell?
Yeah.
Is there another one right here?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys.
It's been raining heavily in Los
Yeah.
Angeles, and the
Yeah.
ants have been looking for
We gotta get
dry
a room.
ground.
We gotta get a room.
Yeah.
Like a little
Woo!
trap, a room trap room.
It has this incredible odor.
Matt,
You
you are,
guys
It's not
are-
a bad odor.
dude. Matt's strange. I'm not strange.
It's like a really interesting.
Don't loop me into the guy who's sitting.
Smell it.
Get the heck away from me, man.
It's true.
So,
Next time, squish an ant, guys. You'll.
what's your
smell it.
favorite dog?
It's me.
My
Because
favorite
Matt, you
dog?
always wanted like Malinois
this
and stuff
thing.
like that, right?
Yeah, shepherds, Malinois.
this
Those are by
thing.
far.
By the
my
way, is it
favorite dogs.
Malinois or Malinois?
Malinois.
Malinois.
Yeah. Malinois.
Malinois.
It's a Belgian or a French
Belgian.
shepherd. Yes.
Belgian. But Belgian.
Belgian, yeah.
But why is it Belgian or French?
Why can't we put the
'Cause it's like-
back on Smee?
We will in a minute.
It is a Belgian shepherd, but the French have a lot of them, so they're there's it's kind of a mix.
Do you think that dogs, they've always been more popular than cats, right?
I think so.
Well, what do you mean you think? Yeah, I'm talking about statistically.
I don't know.
I feel
That's
like
a good
they
question. I think
are. I
so.
feel like they are.
I feel like they are too.
I feel like, I mean, if you're a cat person, you're a cat person. If you're a dog
Yeah.
person, you're a dog person.
Yeah.
Some people have both.
Some
But I
people
feel
have
like
both.
I feel like there is always a
I gotta
divide
shift.
with that.
I gotta shift.
Well, yeah, because
Oh,
cats. Because
Oh boy, he's heavy. He's like 32 pounds, dude.
Oh, I thought you said
Because
something else.
cats-
I was like, go to the bathroom then.
I said shit.
I got a shit. I got a shit. It's like, what's the matter with you? We're doing a show. I mean, you're out of your
I
mind.
said shift.
wow.
I mean, I didn't
said
hear that,
shifting
but you said
my
it.
weight.
Your diction was
You're
horrific and it was slurred.
You strange.
You're
hooligan.
slurring everything. I'm like, why are you
Behemoth.
revealing that?
Okay, Smooch,
We
you
might not
tell
edit
me.
that out. People are going to hear that. I've got a shit. I've got a shit.
You're crazy.
The
man.
weirdest guy ever. But I feel like there kind of is a divide, right? Like,
yeah, there is.
I'm a dog person.
Yeah, I'm a
Sorry.
cat person.
Whoa,
I
I'm
figure I hear that a lot. Cats,
What are you?
Cats. Oh, I'm a dog person. I mean, I love cats, but I crave the
Yeah.
the companionship of a dog. Cats
Yeah.
are they're a different creature in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, they're you can leave a cat on its own a lot longer. Cats tend to be a little more self-efficient. You know, they have a litter box, so if you don't want to have to let your cat out, we don't have to take it for walks.
Oh, I like that.
Clearly,
Oh,
you
weird.
don't have to do any of that. So it's like a lifestyle, really difference in that. I like the lifestyle of a dog.
Well,
In
they're
fact,
more of a
Can we-
companion, I feel.
I feel so.
Yeah.
So
Can we talk about Shmee's sledding adventure? Do you guys remember when Shmee went sledding?
I don't know, and you just ruined the whole episode. I don't know.
I don't-
We were on a roll, and then
Guys,
literally.
this is an episode about Smee.
Andy,
Shmee's
there's no way
sledding adventure.
this entire. First of all, we had really exciting things to talk about today, and you totally derailed us because you brought Shmee
Dude,
down here with you.
Everybody wants to know about my adventure.
Does everybody want to know about Shmee?
Yeah.
I mean, Shmee's
He
interesting.
was in the Bahamas.
Do you want to spend your
Did he swim with
40-minute
the
drive
pigs?
Yeah.
or watching us
He's getting
talk about
comfortable.
Shmee? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you do. And if you do, we're so thankful.
He's getting comfortable.
I'm really thankful today because we have Shmee here, and he will dominate every part of Andy's cerebral cortex whenever he's around.
My baby.
Understandably so. He's extremely
He's
cute
the
and amazing
best.
dog.
Look how he's adorable.
So-
He's beautiful. And he's so smart. And he's so funny. He's got a great sense of humor.
Well, he doesn't really have a
He's
great sense of
sensitive,
humor, I don't think.
compassionate.
He's kind of stubborn and just sort of looks at you like you're insane half the time.
Yes.
really
I gotta be honest with you.
strong.
You have one of those conversations and you're like, it's that conversation where
Got
you're like, hey,
amazing
Shmee,
peripheral vision.
what do you think about
No, he
His eyes
doesn't.
go separate ways.
Andy? You
What?
and Shmee look a lot alike, Ann.
What?
You do. People look like their dogs. Andy holds up his dog next to Shmee and they make the same face. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are just as cute.
I know.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's adorable. He's gorgeous.
He's very,
God.
very
Pop,
soft.
my
You know
old-
what I
my old
like?
Pop used to call him George Clooney.
Pop used to call him George Clooney.
Yeah, good
That's
old
so
George
funny.
Clooney.
There he is, George Clooney.
Get him
You know what
right.
I like? I like the red Fox Labs. Or
Hey,
the red Fox
what a
Labs. Is that what
shock.
they're
Is one of your
called?
phones vibrating?
What
What a shocker.
The red Fox Lab.
What?
A red lab. Have you seen it?
Fox Lab?
Red Fox Lab is what they're called.
What?
All right, I'll pull up a
A
picture.
red-
I want a liger.
Are they a mix
Let's
between
get Joe a liger.
a lab and a fox?
No.
No,
They're just
let's
a
get
red
Joe
lab.
liger.
They're a
We
red
get Joe
lab.
Where's the
Liger?
fox come in? I've never heard this. You're the first
Red
person.
Fox English Lab. That's what they're called, and I love them.
Let me see him.
Look at
Don't
him.
fall.
So cool,
Be careful. Shmee.
Oh, it is a cool looking
Whoa,
dog.
dude. They're
Shmee, be
so
careful.
cool. I love
It's like
them.
almost like a short-haired golden retriever.
It is. It is a short-haired golden.
Mm.
Well, they're labs,
Mhm.
but they look more like goldens than they do Labradors. And even though I know they're all labs, but I just love them, dude. I've seen them around. Actually, my wife turned me on to them because she was, she's obsessed with dogs,
Mhm.
and she was, and I like dogs. I'm not as obsessed, only because it's just a lot of maintenance, and I've had kids, so it's just there's a lot of
I love
responsibility
how
there
the
too.
guy with his shirt and buttoned up all the way is the one telling us he doesn't like dogs and he has a lot of maintenance.
I love dogs, and don't judge me by my.
You see,
by
I
by my
need a lot
colors.
of
button.
maintenance.
I am feeling very triggered.
So
right
how
now
can
that
I
you
have
were judging
another
me by my
animal in the
clothes.
house that deserves the amount of maintenance that I deserve for myself?
It's so stupid.
No,
No,
honestly, they
but-
are a
but
very large
Sam-
commitment. And
But Sam
And-
said Red Fox Labs, and I was like, I love these dogs.
Yeah, they're cool.
So we might get
I
one of
hope
those
you do.
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you
dogs.
do too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I want to get a dog.
You're
So
gonna
bad.
you want to get twin Malawas, right?
Twins.
I want to get
Twins.
We're twins.
Yeah, like Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Yeah, exactly. What-
We're brothers, twins.
But that was kind of what we had when Bear was alive with Shmee. It was Schwarzenegger
Right.
and Danny DeVito.
right. He is kind of a DeVito.
DeVito.
This guy.
I
Oh,
more,
yeah.
I think more like
I am more
Robert Downey.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him.
Robert Downey
Yeah, he does
Jr.
kind of no.
He's like
He
Iron
really
Man.
is a peculiar guy. He
Tom
really
Cruise
is.
or something.
Tom Cruise.
I just picture him flying out of the back of
Oh
a...
my god! I do all my own stunts.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
he's so cute. I love him so much.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Ooh.
guys, it's been great. It's been real. Love you guys. We had a whole episode
I've
planned
got
today,
a
but I
lot
guess
more to say.
it's devolved into this.
Let's talk about dinner.
Wow.
What's the food?
Wow.
What's the food that's on the menu?
Ooh, I'm struggling today. I had
Oh,
3
come
cups
on,
of
you
coffee
guys.
and
You
did
guys-
nothing except give me a
You're
rash.
yawning.
You got a rash?
Yeah, I get rashes from too much caffeine.
Ew. Where?
On the nards.
What? Bro, are you serious? How come I never knew this?
no. My...
Wait a minute.
On my back.
You
and
have
on my...
too much caffeine and
Yeah.
you get rashes in your
Yeah.
nether regions?
No, just on my back.
Oh, that's from something else? That rash is from something?
I can't believe you'd admit that.
What do you mean admitted? He's talked about crapping his pants, peeing in cars.
Did I take my new solution?
This is insane.
After your
bro.
new hallucination? No,
Bro,
what's that
No,
one?
I don't pee in bottles
Oh,
anymore because
God.
Andy was right. It was getting a little Howard Hughes-ish. So I got these things on Amazon.
Oh my God, you ordered pee bottles, bro?
No, they're pee bags.
Oh
no,
my
wait,
God.
Wait.
Do you
We
ever
are
stop to use a restroom?
Embarking on
Not when I'm
unexplored
driving.
Frontier
You are
of
just
conversation.
you pee
Have you
while
ever
you're
been into
driving.
a gas station urinal lately, Joe?
Wait a minute.
Especially in the city of Los
you
Angeles.
drive and pee at the same time.
Well, yeah, you don't even have to stop now.
You know, I had a buddy Ted that had a Jeep that had a hole in the bottom of it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
And
because
he
on
did-
long
and he
drives.
did
Dude,
create
this is
an
normal
apparatus.
guy stuff, man.
An apparatus. Hold on, he had an
Very
old
normal.
Jeep, an old Jeep with a hole in it that he created an apparatus that he could.
Bro, I don't want to hear about that, bro.
It's true.
Anyway.
But
Really
the bags,
normal.
man, is. I mean, I don't know.
you scab eating, yard pooping, battle tested
Wait a minute.
pee. What?
Actually, hold on.
What? He eats his
I'm
scabs
sorry
and
for saying
pees in
this, but I'm just
bags.
gonna say this because it's funny. You know what he said? His stories are worse about himself, so I'm just gonna say it. I was doing laundry the other day in the laundry room,
Oh no, please.
hanging out with my squirrel, and I feed a bunch of other squirrels around the laundry room, and I look out.
Wait a
the
minute. You
window.
have squirrels in the laundry
Dude,
room?
it's awful.
Ooh,
What?
That's
Smee.
my big thing. I don't like animals crossing, and I'm an animal guy.
Hold on.
I don't like animals crossing
Hold
over
the phone.
Crossing over to what?
into
Oh.
a place where you clean something, like a kitchen or a laundry
My
room.
gosh. Okay, hold on.
No go for me.
Matt,
I'm serious.
please don't just. Please admit that when I moved in here, whose petition was it to have all the animals go outside?
No.
Wait a minute. You're not. Look at this. He can't
No.
even lie about it. He can't even lie.
I
There
did
were
have
so
my
many
breeding
animals-
facility down here in the
Wait,
basement.
no,
Your
dude,
breeding
wait,
facility?
Wait, time out.
Yes.
Wait, I'm saying this because this is the truth.
No, it's not.
He had two gigantic iguanas living in the
No.
The laundry room was part
no,
greenhouse.
No,
Matt.
no. They had an outside area in
Matt.
case it got cold or rainy. They could come into a box in the inside.
Anyway.
That wasn't them just hanging out in the friggin' laundry room.
And
like
where
the
did you
squirrel
keep? Where did you
could
keep all
only
the
live.
bugs?
I used to keep it in the under cabinet, locked up in the laundry room.
Okay, bugs in the laundry room,
But
dude.
this is like an open cage, and squirrels' poop is everywhere.
listen,
you guys-
The urine is everywhere.
time out.
It smells like a urine, like
Listen,
urine. in
listen
there.
to
You
me.
guys literally live in a
Listen
house
to
of-
me.
This is a house of
Awful.
horrors.
Listen
Yeah,
to
this
me.
is
The
a house
squirrels go.
of
The
horrors.
squirrels going outside because Matt is procrastinating on help. Matt's the Jesus of the family, and he's got to help me build a cage.
No, not helping.
For my
I've got
birthday.
to build a cage.
Pretty much. I'm going to be there documenting it for
I
our
already
social
went to
media.
Home Depot,
And
got all the supplies.
Yes.
Loaded them.
that was
on
my
the side
birthday
of the
present.
house.
You did. Thank you. Thank you. So listen.
Where is the cage then?
Exactly.
I have to build it, dude. You know how hard that is?
I don't
It's
know.
it's an afternoon.
I don't build cages,
for
bro.
Matt. It's a few pieces of lumber and a few nails.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You
So you
know?
have squirrels in your laundry room?
No. So wait.
He's got squirrels in his brain. Is what's happened.
I have
No.
one squirrel who's the rehabilitated squirrel is living in the laundry room.
Okay.
But the problem is during the rains, the other gang of squirrels, neighborhood squirrels, who have also become my friends, have found my cache of pecans. And they went into the laundry room and robbed. They must have worked as a hell of a team because 250, 300 pecans they
They
carried
robbed them
out
all.
in full nuts.
No,
Like
they
a
did not.
whole
And they buried
gang
them all out in the yard.
of squirrels raided my whole stash. Now I'm out of the pecans for my own dang squirrel. Anyway, so but moral of the story is I'm in the laundry room hanging out with my squirrel, and there's a window, and I see Matt, and he comes sauntering up because Matt, sometimes in the morning he's a little grumpy. He
does
comes
have a little
sauntering up.
saunter,
He's
a
got
morning
a plate
saunter.
of food and a hose or something, and then he goes over to right where I feed all my squirrels. He takes a huge piss in the yard.
Yeah. It's a side yard.
Who pees in their own yard like that?
What?
Yeah, dude.
I'm
What's the matter
marking
with
our
you?
territory
But Joey, wait.
so the rats
That's what he tells me.
don't come over
Bro,
the fence.
I go, Matt, that's where I feed the squirrels. He goes, I'm marking the territory to keep the rats away.
Okay. So you have
He's
squirrels.
insane.
You have squirrels in the laundry room.
He's insane.
A pack of wild squirrels, Jimmy and the boys, came in
Yeah.
and raided the pecans
They
of
did.
your rehabilitated squirrel.
Yeah.
All right.
They took them all.
You have
Didn't leave one.
Madagascarian cockroaches
Yeah.
underneath
No,
the
not
cabinet
anymore.
locked
No,
up. Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
This is over a decade ago when Annie moved in.
Okay.
He's trying to
And you piss around the yard to keep the rats
Yeah.
away.
raccoons. They keep jumping the fence if I don't piss on them.
Guys, it's been a we got to have a talk. This is not good. This is not.
Put me down for a second.
I think you guys should be very, very embarrassed. That's what I think. I think it's an embarrassing
This
situation.
is normal guy stuff. Most
Honestly,
guys out there.
Piss around their houses?
No, I'm sorry. I don't
Yep.
think so.
Do you, Andy? You do that, don't
Dude,
you?
I've never in my once.
Andy, look
I've
at me-
never
look at me and
once.
don't smile.
I've never.
Andy.
I've never once in my life taken a leak in
Why
the
don't you just
yard.
take a John Malkovich pause right there? I have never once.
If I'm not Johnny
in
Depp, I'm John
my life-
Malkovich. If I'm
He
not
just
John
did it.
Malkovich,
He literally just did that. He
I'm
was like,
John
I've
Lovitz.
never once.
I'm
in
always a John to you
my
guys.
life taken a pee around the house or whatever you do when you do your John Malkovich thing. Wow, you
Yeah.
guys are.
It's just normal stuff though, Joe.
It's not normal.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think that's normal.
I'm exhausted
I'm pretty
talking
sure
to you
most
guys.
guys are going to talk about how they
They pee to keep
Nobody
the rats away?
takes peas around their
Wait,
yard.
To keep do the rats really smell that urine?
Of course.
Can we double check on this?
Do you really
Can
feel
we
like
fact
rats
check this? Somebody
would go like, oh, there's urine there, so I'm not gonna. I mean, I feel like rats eat everything and
Why do you think
love it.
dogs mark their territory?
But does it really keep other dogs away? Because I feel like dogs just come and mark over it.
If you've got a problem in your yard or your garden with deer and you don't want to put something out there to actually that'll hurt them, you can buy online bear and puma, which are mountain lions or cougar, scented fluid like their urine, and you can spray it and you can squish it around your yard.
Oh God!
I swear. And it'll keep the animals, the deer
freaking
away.
toilet out of
because
here.
if they smell that, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, there's a predator around," and they're gonna run over in the opposite direction.
Does it really work though?
Yes, it does.
Because I feel like dogs just pee on other dogs.
They're marking. It's
You just sit.
animals
Yes, Joe, of course.
communicate. Animals communicate with pheromones.
Really, I mean, man, you have always been so quirky when it comes to this stuff. You really have. I mean, it's so weird. He
Oh
would always just get right in there and all these secretions and just I don't even understand it. It's amazing. It really is amazing your love for these things. You're still doing it.
I love it.
Maybe
I'll
through
never
your
stop.
40s, you're still doing it.
I'll never stop.
I'll never stop stopping.
I can't.
Ever. Yeah,
Can't
I
do
mean,
it. It's like a part of my life force when it
Yeah.
comes to these animals and stuff.
I
Did
feel
Did I
that.
ever tell you my story? Like,
I feel like that with like my passions too.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's just mine's different than
Yeah.
yours. But did I ever tell you my story about how I was going to the Caribbean? One of the first times I was going to the Caribbean.
No.
Well, this is kind of a quirky story. And my
Perfect. Tell it.
We're diving for bullion.
Instead of like normally you go to the Caribbean, you're like,
Oh.
oh, the resort, oh, the beach. Mine was, I'm gonna pay a dive guy to drop me off on an island all by myself so that I could do Castaway and study these iguanas all on my own.
Okay.
And so I paid this dive. Most of them wouldn't do it because they said it was dangerous and they didn't want to be responsible for me. But I found this one guy who would. And he took me out to this. It was kind of a far way out over this coral reef. Now I'm thinking that maybe this age, maybe.
Did he say he was going to come back?
Well, yes, of course.
Okay.
But so we went out and we were driving
Yes.
over this most.
Yes, you're gonna come back and bring yes. Can you say anything else besides yes? Yes.
He said he was going to come back. What'd you ask him? Yes, that's all he knows how to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, and he was actually a little worried. He was visibly, he was like, when he was leaving, he was like, I might not see this guy again. He didn't realize that I, was quite a survivalist
Oh
and
God.
I could pull it off. But I
And I brought my Tommy gun.
I
What?
had a nice pack of plantains. I had a fire
Dried
starter.
plantains?
No, they were fresh, ripe. I had a fire starter. I had plenty of jugs of water. I had a couple bags of chips and stuff, and I was going to be fine. And I said, 3 days to 4 days later, I need you to come back and get me.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. And on this key was a very rare kind of Cyclura iguana.
Okay.
And Long Key was the name of this key. I'll never forget it. And so he drops me off, and I spent 3.5 days there by myself. I mean, I did total Castaway. I collected coconuts. I had my little campfire. I slept right out there. It was beautiful, actually.
Did you
Except
see
there was
anybody?
one rainstorm that did freak me out a little bit because it was intense out there. And all I could find was a little overhang. It was like almost a little cave type, but it wasn't a cave, just like a little rock overhang.
Right.
And that's the only place that was dry on the entire island. The island was 1.5 miles by 1/2 mile. That's it. So
Where was this?
in the Turks and Caicos. And
Wow.
so and the most incredible thing is I'd wake up right at as soon as that sun just starts to pop up over the water, and I would trace my own footsteps around the entire island on the beach. And I would only walk in the same footprints. And those footprints were there because that was the only person there. But I was astounded was all the things that were still human made that had washed up on the island. Like it was a treasure trove. I mean, I found fishing line, hooks. I caught crabs and actually was able to catch fish. No problem. I totally cooked the fish over the fire. The whole thing, dude. It was, and the bummer part is I filmed.
I found a volleyball, and I painted a face on
I
it.
extracted a tooth with an icicle or ice skate.
Yeah,
no,
a volleyball. I painted a face.
No,
on
I mean,
it. Hey, Matt.
it never got to that point. If I was there
This
for
is
months and months,
Tonex.
maybe.
Then I built myself a raft.
Right.
But I
Floated out into a shipping lane.
I studied
Waited for days.
these iguanas, what they ate. I did poop samples. I did nest
there you
temp.
go.
Poop. I knew poop was going to be
I
involved in the story
did
somehow.
nest temps. I was checking the eggs, like checking hatchings. It was around that nesting time, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it was absolutely an incredible experience. I don't know if I'd have the guts to do it now, but I didn't even worry for a second back then. I was like 20 years old. I literally didn't worry at all. There was no worries. It was pure jovial, like, this is the greatest time of my life. And I was completely alone on an island for 3.5 days. It was pretty awesome, man.
And the guy did come back to get you.
He did come back to get me. Yeah, he did. I'll never forget. I was
Wow.
just sitting there and you just see the, and I'm
Right.
like, I had like I don't know, I had mixed feelings about it.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
be
yeah.
honest with you, I was like,
Yeah.
man, I could do this. Like, I could do this at least another month. No
Oh
problem.
my
No problem.
month.
No
Really?
problem. Yeah, dude, it was
Wow.
it was bountiful, the amount of supplies that I had. I mean, literally fish
Until the first
it was
tropical
so
storm.
easy to catch fish.
Until the first
I
tropical
was spoiled. I mean, yeah, I know, until the first
tropical storm
typhoon.
comes. Smash
Actually,
cut
the
to
hurricane. Oh, I
him
would,
holding onto a palm tree.
I'd be blown off down. There was only that one little. There was no place to go if there was a hurricane.
Sorry, I was kissing.
place
I
to
was
go.
I was kissing
But
Smee.
I wasn't dumb in the sense that
Well-
I didn't just randomly go. I had seen the weather forecast, and a week out there was nothing. I mean, and it was also February, March. There's not March, April. There's not a lot of major storm activities out there. It's the
Right.
dry season out there. It's not the boiling, baking season out there. So I was not dumb about it. Like, I didn't just randomly go, hey, let's put myself in harm's way. I did my research. I knew what I was doing. I mean, I found this island specifically because it was one of the last place that this Cyclura had a stronghold, Iguana, and but it was a fascinating time. I'm so glad I did it because, like I said, I don't know if I'd be able to do it now. Maybe I would. I probably would.
Have you ever owned a Cyclura?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So Jomo is a
That's,
Cyclura.
what do you think I got him?
There's like there's at least 10,
God.
maybe more, maybe 15 different subspecies, and they mainly the Cyclura only. I'm sorry, live in the Caribbean archipelago, all the way from Haiti and the Dominican Republic, all the way down
It's
to
They swim too, right?
They can.
they can, but there's underwater. But that's something.
Those underwater iguanas.
Oh,
they're really
that's
cool.
my
What?
bucket list I haven't done yet.
Yeah,
the Galapagos Islands, the
yeah,
marine
yeah.
iguanas, and then the
They're so
Galapagos
cool.
land iguanas.
Hold on, I was gonna
Now,
say you have Cycluras and Joe has Sephora.
I have Cycluras. Joe loves Sephora.
Oh, you guys are really something.
Those are the lyrics I'm going to use in that song we're working on.
All right, do it. Fine. I think everyone can identify with either one of those. So
I agree.
yes, fine, done. I got Cyclura. Joe's got Sephora. I got how about Cyclura, Sephora. Let's call the whole thing off. Oh my goodness! All right. Well, now the marine iguanas, those are the ones that swim that look like literally baby Godzillas.
They do.
They're so
coolest.
cool.
And you know what's really
That's an adaptation, right?
well, yeah. They were marooned. The theory is that they were marooned there because like we were talking about hurricanes or typhoons or big tropical
Took
storms.
them up, put them down.
No, as you notice, there's always debris flows and that's washed out to sea. And you can find these still to this day after big hurricanes. You go around the islands and you'll see floating debris where it's like palm trees and branches that have collected together out in the open ocean. And every now and then you'll see wildlife on them that have gotten washed out to sea. So nobody really knows for sure. It's wild that we don't. That is how the islands got populated from an original iguana species that was mainly on South America. I mean, that is the iguana mecca. That's where they all kind of came from.
Right.
But and iguanas are a New World species. And what I mean by New World, they're North American species. They're not an Old World. So they're
But they
North
look like
American.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, South American, but they're on the Americas in the sense.
Yeah.
The furthest
They
they
eat
go.
fish when they dive down.
No. They're
Or the
herbivores.
algae.
They eat not the algae.
Sea,
the,
whatever.
seaweed.
Yeah, seaweed. Yeah.
Yeah, all the different seaweeds. There's like the yellows,
The
the
nori.
browns, and the greens.
Isn't that what they call it? The nori? Isn't that what you call seaweed? Nori?
You
guys don't
maybe.
know Where's everybody?
And you know what's crazy about the marine iguanas is that when there's a La Nina
Yeah.
or an El Nino, when the water temperature either gets really hot or
What
really
if I was
cold,
like, La Nina? That's when they all get excited, huh? No, Joe, the storm system. Oh, I'm sorry. Good.
when the water temperature gets either really warm or really cool,
Yeah.
the seaweed dies and doesn't grow as much, and the marine iguanas can decrease in size. No joke.
Really?
They can adapt over the course of only a couple years to only be this big, and then as soon as the seaweed gets bigger, they grow to. It's wild what they can do. So they're highly adaptive. Yeah, they're highly adaptive. But here's another cool fact that I just learned that I'm super stoked about. The marine iguanas and the land iguanas, their territory overlaps a little bit, and within that overlap, there's been a hybridization. and you've got a land hybrid marine iguana, and they have like characteristics of both. Man, if I could just get my hands on one.
It's almost like
I dream about this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
Dream about it.
Wow.
The Galapagos and then Fiji, the only two iguana species basically I have never seen in the wild, and I'm going to do it before I kick the bucket.
Really?
Oh yeah, got
Okay.
to. I'm going to go study them. Not
I
just
know
like,
a guy. He could just take you out there.
Oh yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
go. I'm definitely going to go.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 major bucket list trips.
What's your bucket list thing, Andy? Do you have any bucket list stuff? Okay,
Come on,
my
man.
bucket list stuff. What's my bucket list stuff? No, what's your bucket list stuff, Ann? Come on.
Honestly, I've zoned out here, so it's hard for me to check back.
Oh,
in the
I'm
fight.
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought this was the Brotherly Love pod.
Get back in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dance.
We're ready for you.
Dance.
Tag team, you're in. Andy, listen, we're down by 400.
Yeah,
You're
I
in.
know. I don't. What are my bucket list things?
Yeah.
Your aspirations.
He
I mean,
just
I
said
get
his
so
bucket
many
list thing was
bucket
going to
lists.
the Galapagos.
I got tons.
Okay. What's one of them? Oh boy.
Yeah. What's one of them?
Madagascar.
Really?
One of mine as well.
Yeah.
That's another one of mine.
Well
Well
played.
played, Andy.
Well played. Well, because
Touche.
the endemic
Well
species
played,
to Madagascar
Andy.
are.
Yeah, I was so
chameleons.
close. I should have gone, but we didn't.
know.
I didn't go.
I was so close, like literally like hours, and I didn't. I wanted to so
It's hard to
badly.
get there though.
Mine's the
when-
Bora Bora. I want to go to those.
I do
those
too.
little rooms on the
Fiji,
water.
yeah,
me too.
definitely.
That's for-
Maldives.
That's for strictly vacation.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a bucket list.
I
thing,
like
Andy.
adventure. I like
Tahiti,
them all.
Probably
yeah.
the greatest vacation spot.
I want to go.
in the world.
I want to go to Bali. I mean, honestly,
Bali.
travel the world is like. I'll just put that as bucket list, right? Travel the-
South
Yeah.
Pacific.
Oh yeah, it's so great.
Bucket
So
list.
great.
Have a property in Hawaii. That's a bucket list.
Oh, no doubt, no
You know?
doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if these are more like dreams. I don't know if these are like.
Well, but that's bucket list stuff. Like
Is
things
it?
you want to accomplish, things you want to do.
Is it?
I would
Yeah.
say that's kind of it. All falls under the bucket list thing.
All 7 continents.
Oh no.
I've been to 5.
Have
I
you?
have not been to 2.
I want to swim in every sea, and I've done most. I do.
The Red Sea. I wouldn't go in there right
That
now.
was-
I'm swimming in it.
The Salton Sea. No, Andy, it'll burn your skin off.
That's not even a sea. I'm going
oh,
in.
God.
Little hot in here. Oh God. Tingling.
Well, I
It's
gotta
almost
be
like I'm
honest with you.
melting.
Or
Oh God.
it depends on what country you're in to dictate what seas there are. But
Yes.
as far as America is concerned, I've been in almost.
What about
all.
Seas Candy?
Yeah, that's good too.
Somebody hoodwinked me. I thought this was a sea, but it just ended up being.
The seas, lollipop.
That's
Scrumptious.
yeah, scrumptious. Okay, well that's cool. I mean, my bucket list thing would be the Bora Bora thing. Always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to. I think it'd be cool to learn how to fly a plane. It'd be kind of cool, like a jet though, not a plane, a jet.
It's going to take you a while. It's like,
I know. I don't know.
You
if it's
could
gonna
do a
happen.
lot of that on simulators these
Yeah, I
days.
know.
So
I
you could
know.
just,
Joe has a flight simulator. He
That'd be
spends
awesome.
way too much time in. That
Oh
would be
my
so
Cool.
God.
cool.
I'd get in that.
I'll be upstairs in a minute.
I got a buddy, Alex, has one. It's
That's
really
super
it's
cool.
legit. I'll show you
Really?
guys. Yeah, it's really legit.
Okay,
Yeah,
like
you
it.
It's
because you can.
love.
They're so good.
Well,
these
now with the
days.
VR goggles, you don't even really need much. You just need your
Oh my
joystick and your
gosh.
goggles and your rig. It's great, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's like you could even like all your controls will be just like they are in each individual. It's really fun.
Wow.
So not even like your hardware. Your hardware will change to reflect the plane that you're in and be functional and interactive, which is really cool.
Wow, that's really cool. What do you think of these VR goggles?
They're
These-
sick.
What do you think of these new Apple things?
Did you see that thing going around?
With the guy walking across the street?
No, the
Oh, what?
Simpsons keep predicting everything.
Yeah.
So did Back to the Future 2.
But the Simpsons has people walking around with these things
No,
on, like bumping
no,
into each other, like
no.
a decade ago. It's crazy, man.
Did you see the guy that got out of his Cybertruck with the VR goggles?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the guy who's driving his Tesla going like this with the goggles.
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Joe likes the guy that got what did he get robbed?
He got robbed or something with the VR goggles on. They took him. They come over there. He's like walking. They're like, He takes the
took the
goggles.
goggles.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's going to happen. You're in a virtual world, but you're still in the real world.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that is the way we're going. That you're gonna have this
You get
virtual
robbed
world
in the virtual world too.
overlaid
no,
over
my
the real world.
coin, oh my crypto.
Thank God I'm not robbed in the real world. What?
It's gonna overlay on top of the real world, which is that's super cool. I mean,
Augmented
I'm
reality.
hoping that it just goes into glasses, which I think is what it's going to be.
We're talking about augmented.
just
We
gonna
can't wear
go-
those VR things.
No, it's just it's going to go into something.
I mean,
Everybody's
simple.
just wearing those
I mean,
gigantic.
It's like remember the old Bole blades.
You got to think about it.
Sunglasses,
Think about them like
you know?
cell phones. You remember the first cell phone, the long, big one, the one.
Yeah.
That's
That's what
where
they
we're
are.
at right now.
Yeah, they're going to get right into these.
It wouldn't be a
Your
business.
shades? You
They
put
can-
those on,
yeah.
and it'll be you're
It's
in
called
the virtual
it's
world.
called
You can do
smart.
whatever you want.
It's called smart glass, and they'll be able to put it in anything.
Yeah.
But what about this Neuralink? What about that?
That's another real interesting thing. Didn't we already talk about this?
We're going to talk about that.
No, I'm just saying, like on top of that,
Joe,
which
I
one,
think
did
you
we already talk about that? We did. All right,
Matt,
pause that.
I'm not sure he's taking the medication.
I know,
Stop.
I
We're
think
editing
it
all
is.
that out. We're editing all that out. So my
You pull out
my,
this huge
my
pill,
question is,
this gigantic pill box. There's like
this. You guys shut up.
16 pills.
Well,
in
you guys
each
don't ever ask
day.
any questions.
And he counts
So I have
them.
questions.
Oh, yep. You're right. There's 7 in here. There should
If I
be
don't take
6.
this one, piss my pants, forget who I am for the last half an hour.
That's fine. If I don't take this one, there's no way I can walk by a microwave. What? No, but I
I
just
wonder if
don't know.
microwaves interfere with a Neuralink. Like if you're on speakerphone or playing music and you put on a microwave and it crackles and interrupts the signal. If you're Neuralink,
Dude.
you're cooking like a cup of noodle and you spaz out.
I'll
know?
tell you,
Ah!
these VR goggles, that's the last thing I want on my face.
Don't nuke anything.
I just don't want it on my face. I just don't
wish
want
I
it.
could have it right
I
here,
just
man.
don't want it. No,
What?
dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
on that note, everybody.
Wait a minute. On that note, since we started with Smee, we can end with Smee.
Smee dropped a
Smee
bomb.
just
Oh,
dropped-
come on.
Gosh.
You guys, wow. All right. Well, listen, I don't know how many people are still with us. Honestly, I'm hoping that some of you got through this and decided to join us today. But we're thankful that you did.
We are thankful.
Yes, and
I had a
we're
blast.
Matt loved
The
it.
green tea finally kicked in.
Matt,
Now I'm going to be up all night and have
Oh.
another sleepless night
that's right.
and not be able to function tomorrow now.
Perfect. Love
I don't
it.
know if I'm just feeling you had a sleepless night because I had an audition.
Oh,
It stressed me out.
wow, great. Yeah,
I didn't think I was
perfect.
going to be able to get through this podcast. I drank some green tea.
Yeah,
And now I'm on fire.
he was really conflicted, but he
And
made it
hungry.
through. Yeah, I'm hungry as well. We hope you're hungry. We hope you have a great weekend. We love you guys.
Wait,
God bless.
You hope they're hungry?
No. What, did I just say we hope you're hungry?
Yep.
I don't know why I said
Have a
that.
great weekend.
You know what?
I hope
You know
get
what?
lots of beautiful food with beautiful people.
You know, you guys are. Andy, do you have anything useless to add? Come on, Andy. You say something useless.
Everybody.
We all hope you're hungry. What?
Thanks so much
worst.
for joining us here on the
Yes.
Pod to Pod.
Yep. See you next
Smee
time.
loves you. He thanks you.
Yes.
The wonderful Smee is snoozing.
We'll see
so
you
you can
next time.
see it and be blessed with how cute he is.
When they finally come up
You know.
with the voice talk for dogs,
That'd be dope.
he will actually be our guest.
That's
on the
actually
pod.
He
really
will be.
cool.
That'd be
I'm
pretty
down
cool.
for that. All right,
I'm down
everybody.
for that too.
Love you. Thank you very much. Happy weekend.
Thanks for joining
See you
us,
later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, what's up, everybody? The
Lawrence brothers are here.
Thank you so much for enjoying this week's episode of the Brotherly Love Pod.
And if you want more of this show, check out our premium feed on Supercast.
That's right, where you'll see ad-free episodes, monthly AMAs, behind-the-scene content, and so much more.
That's brotherlylove.supercast.com to join.
Check out our link tree and subscribe on all platforms.
We'll see you all
Next week.